Hey guys, I think I've done a couple of things like this before. I'm sitting outside. It's a beautiful day. I think I've done like a weight loss tag before, but I'm gonna go ahead and do another one. I watched Davey lose his weight, and he just recently did a weight loss tag. So I'm gonna do his. It's 7 questions. Here we go. What was the moment when you decided to start your weight loss journey? What, like this one? Like this weight loss journey? Uh, Pick one. Pick a moment. The moment that the doctor said he was going to take a piece of my liver. The moment that I started to think my weight was the reason I was in so much pain, which it wasn't, but it certainly didn't help. The moment that, I mean, there's so many, but I think the major moment was just being like, you know what? This is ridiculous. Like, totally ridiculous. And I have got to, like, get to it in a whole different way. And that was, what, 15 months ago? I think it was also when I decided to call it sobriety. And I was like, let's just be, like, I had made jokes about being on the wagon or off the wagon. And I had, like, looked into food addiction. But it was like, you know what? Honestly, I knew it was a food addiction a long time ago. And I chose not to call it that so that I wouldn't have to deal with it as though it was an addiction. And that all changed for me in May when it was like, this is my life and I don't want it anymore. May 2010. Is there a specific plan you're following? If so, what is it and why that one? Okay. No, kind of. I don't know. Anyway, Weight Watchers is how I got here. Originally, Weight Watchers is what I was doing. Can you guys hear that? That's the locust. Crazy. Originally, Weight Watchers is what I was doing. It's what worked. Then Weight Watchers changed their plan and they made fruit a pointless food. Not pointless, like without point value. Which threw me off because I am a food addict and I need a way to be accountable. And I found that through calorie counting. Jeez, huh? So now I'm kind of I work the Weight Watchers plan. I go to the meetings. I subscribe to all of their beliefs to be healthy. But I don't just use points, I use calories to give myself a better definition of what is a good range for me, just because I identify as a food addict. I think it's a wonderful plan that would work for anybody who has a weight problem without food addiction. I do think it can be abused because of the free fruit. I do think it needs more education, and I wish there was a way to get people in the doors, in the seats, teach them all the things that they taught us on the first plan for the first 10 weeks, and then allow them to have pointless fruit. I think that would be a great thing, because then they would learn full from and satisfied, like full from satisfied, and hunger from boredom. And I think that what a lot of people do now is turn from all the limitless snacks to limitless fruit, and they kind of cause themselves a problem eventually. So there you go. What is the most valuable thing you've learned on this journey so far? Okay, that depends. How do you qualify value? Value as far as like what's helped me the most would definitely be like tracking all my food and holding myself accountability. But if you want to say value as far as life value, two things. One, I love exercise. I love exercise. I had no idea. I just learned that on this journey. I adore running. I totally adore Zumba. I love what happens to my body when I push it to an extreme. I love it. So that's one, and two would be I am limitless, because before I defined myself by so many, like, I can't do that because of this, and I can't do that because of this. And the reality is, I can do anything above and beyond I ever imagined just by putting my mind to it, and that's crazy. What has proven to be the most difficult thing I've encountered on my journey? People. People can be incredibly negative and hateful and ugly. Um, and people want to be like, oh, they're just jealous, or oh, they're just miserable, or oh, they're just, having a hard time, or whatever. I don't care what the reason is. Um, it's amazing how many people go from supportive when you're huge to spiteful and bitchy when you're not anymore, especially smaller people. They're like thrilled for you at first, but then when you get close to their size or smaller than them, they turn on you. And that's a really hard thing to deal with. It's a scary, sad reality of humanity. Do I have any particular food items that are my main staples? If so, what are they? I do. Main staples. Let's do it. Egg whites are a big, huge, ridiculous one. I love egg whites. They can be your meat substitute. They can be breakfast, lunch, or dinner. They can be a wrap, like to wrap other ingredients in. They stand alone. They go well in dishes. I love egg whites. They're an excellent source of protein, and they're yummy, and they can be flavored a billion different ways. That's a big one. My next one would be iceberg lettuce. Now, some people are like, don't eat iceberg. It's got no nutritional value. Ashley and I just talked about this not too long ago. I like iceberg lettuce. It fills me. It's tasty. And what I like the most about it is, as opposed to other lettuce that has like a flavor of its own, iceberg is almost flavorless. So it's really easy to incorporate into a billion different salads. Like if I want an Asian salad, or I just dress it different. If I want, an apple and brie type salad, I just dress it different. Whereas certain lettuces, or how would you say this? Certain lettuce, is that plural? I don't know. But certain other types of lettuce don't give the same way to each thing. It's like, it's got a flavor, so it goes well with apple and brie, but it doesn't go well with peanut dressing and mandarin oranges, or it goes well with, like, you know, what kind of weight loss videos do I enjoy the most and why? I like people who are fun, who are funny, and who are dedicated. I don't, this is going to sound so awful. I can't stand bullshit. I can't. In my regular everyday life, I can't take stupidity and bullshit. And like, I have limited friends because just too many people want to come and BS you and like be stupid, and it's like, I just can't take it. So I'm totally not trying to like find those people on YouTube and cultivate relationships with them. I don't mind if you're not doing well. I don't. Like, I'm not saying like, oh, do it, or I'm not interested. That's not it at all. I would watch somebody who stayed the same weight forever if they just were like, dude, I fucked off. I ate whatever the hell I wanted. I know it was a bullshit day. I can't stand when people are like, oh, it was a great day. I mean, yeah, I ate, McDonald's, or yeah, I ate ice cream by the gallon, but it was a really good day other than that. And then at the end of the week, they want to do a weigh-in video crying that they didn't lose weight or that they gained and saying they don't know why. You do know why. So own that bullshit. Like, that's all I gotta say. So if you are, like, either seriously down, trying to make a difference in your life, or seriously willing to be honest about your ups and your downs, I'm totally into your videos. Does that make sense? Does that come across as too ugly? I'm not trying to be ugly. I understand that I'm an extremist and that I came at this from a sobriety point of view, and that other people who are dieting might not do it the same way. I'm not expecting the same behaviors. I just want reality, and I certainly don't like being lied to. I cannot stand when it's obvious somebody's lying on YouTube and they're lying anyway. It's like, why are you on here? What are you doing? This is your tool and your journey, and I'm totally not interested enough to care about being lied to if that's how it's going to be. You know, and you know the people. You know. Everybody knows. You're watching somebody and you're like, that bitch is lying. I mean, it's reality. Why did you choose the screen name that you did? Well, my screen name is Little Fat Me, and I think it's pretty obvious because I'm 5'3" and I was 255 pounds. So, and I'm me, you know. I think that it was just like, let's not bullshit this. What I just said, like, let's just call it what it is. I'm fat and I need to change it. And I think it was just a glaringly obvious name that was like, this is who you are, like, for me. And I had a choice to either remain little fat me or to change that reality. And I think that every time I logged on and every time I looked at it and every time I referred to myself like that, it wasn't self-deprecating. It wasn't like I was worthless, because I don't believe that. It was just like reality looking you in the face. It's like, you know, you can cut the tags out of your jeans, or you can write the size on the bathroom mirror. One of them puts it in your face constantly. The other one makes it easier to look away. So if I would have been like, you know, like, I love some of your guys' names. Like, I love Journey to Cinefy. That's a fun name. That's awesome. But if I would have called myself that, I would have been pretending I was on the journey. And if you read my blog, I started the blog around, like, December, January, and I was on the journey, and I was doing bullshit to get it done. Seriously, nothing. So I feel like, you know, that would have been too kind a name for me in my situation. And if I would have given myself, like, you know, Sonya Shrinking, or, which I'm sure a lot of you guys know, Sonya is my name, Tracy is my nickname, but anyway, Sonya Shrinking, you know, or the Shrinking Sonya, it would have been like, oh, look, I'm shrinking. No, the reality was I wasn't. I'm not, unless I do something. That's kind of why I picked the name. And now it's like a reminder of where I came from and where I don't want to go back to. And not to mention, it's who I am. I mean, there are fat girls still in my head. I'm still a food addict. I'm recovered and I'm recovering, but I am a food addict. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's who I am. And I understand that a lot of people, because I get comments a lot now, that, like, want to say something about it. But the reality is that it's my story, and I was 255 pounds. I did not fit in a size 26 pants. I was unable to go up the stairs without breathing heavy and feeling like shit. So clearly, I earned the name Little Fat Me. And yes, I've earned something new now, and I don't know what it's going to be, but that happened, and it was real, so we're going to stick with it for now, you know? As far as who I'd like to tag, well, I tag anybody who wants to do it. I think it's awesome to hear your stories. I would love the Kellys and the Kinlification and Ash if you want, and everybody, Susie's and the Christine vlogs and all of you guys, Stacy, Jenny, Miss Jenny, like, there's just a bunch of you guys, especially like you newer subscribers, which have been really active on the comments, and I thank you all, and I think you're awesome. And who is it? What's their name? Because I always get the two of them confused. But I would like everybody to do it. Mandy, Tiffers if she'd like to. Dream Body. Which, by the way, my lipstick today is Russian Red, but normally it is Viva Glam 1 by MAC. Lips to Die, KLC 23 Mom. All of you guys. I would like to hear from everybody. So, I tagged the world. Whoa! That was my evil. Was that evil? I don't even know. I don't know.